lie there in that old curiosity shop.
A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you, a cozy corner, a table for two.
Okay, it is subscriber appreciation giveaway time. Here once again are the vintage restaurant ware cups and saucers. Now there are going to be 5 winners. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 2 demi-tasse cups will be combined together for the 5th winner. Don't worry, because I was a little bit confused or confusing. If you said hello from in any of the previous 2 videos or this one, you're in the contest. I'm going to go back and print the comments out, cut them up, divide them into states, make sure that no one enters the contest twice. We want to be on the level here. Throw everything in the hat, mix it up, and pull out 5 names, maybe 6, because I might have an honorable mention surprise gift. Okay, so once again, if you said hello from and then the name of your state in the comment section of the previous 2 videos or this one that you're watching right now, you'll be eligible to win, all expenses paid, including shipping, and I'll get one of these vintage cups off to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back either on Friday or Saturday of this week, which I think is August 2nd or 3rd, and I'll draw the names out and you'll see who wins. Don't worry, don't give me your address, don't give me your name. I'll look at your username, in other words, and that's how I'll know how to announce the winners. And then I'll just give you my email address. You can email me and we'll take care of all the shipping after that, okay? All right, now let's have a close-up. Oh, and by the way, what I'll do is the first person who wins, they get to choose their favorite and so forth. The very last person, the 5th name, you get what's left. But I kind of have a little surprise for you, so don't worry, it's all going to work out. I think these are fantastic. Nothing tastes better than a hot cup of something in a wonderful vintage restaurant ware cup and saucer. Okay, there they are. This has been exciting and a lot of fun for me. I appreciate you, folks. Okay, so enter the contest. Good luck, and we'll see you in a couple days. Oh, stay tuned for the thrift haul. Okay, everyone, good morning. I am back, and it's time for another kitchen counter thrift haul. The music that we're listening to is one of the sweet orchestras from the 1940s, a tune called Purple Shadows and Blue Champagne. I don't think I've ever had blue champagne, but I've got some blue Capri Dot Hazel Atlas glasses over here. And actually, I don't think these were meant for any type of cocktail. They're not really a, what do you call it, oh fudge. I don't really know my names of cocktails, or what am I trying to think of? Tom Collins? Anyway, I think they simply advertise these as little juice glasses, but I'm probably wrong. So there's 6 of those, 1960s turquoise, Hazel Atlas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 8 of them, can't count either. And these sell pretty well. The mid-century crowd really enjoys those. Now, speaking of cocktails, that is a cocktail shaker, and I think it's when Hazel Atlas became, or was taken over by, or sold to Continental Can Company. It's not marked, but there was a period where things didn't have the Hazel Atlas or the Continental Can on it. That one I really like. It's probably very late 50s. You can see this was actually a souvenir from Mount Pocono, which you can just barely see the label on there, but I really like the sporting motif on it. And the names of all the cocktails. So I'll put that back down there. And from the 1980s, I think, boy, doesn't this look like, you know, this could come right off the set of General Hospital. Boy, I remember running home from high school in 1982, 83 to find out what Luke and Laura were up to. And I think that's what the period that these push-button phones date too. They both work and they're in really good shape. Here are a couple of orange mugs, probably 1970s. Fired on colors. That one is Federal. And then this one, a slightly darker, maybe the burnt orange color, is Anchor Hocking. Oven proof, as you can see. And then sort of matching them are some more mid-century forks, little cocktail forks, I guess. Party forks. I love the fact that they are pseudo non-tarnishable. And they were sold for 88 cents at the world's largest store. I'm sorry, the world's largest store, WLS, that was Sears from Chicago, but World's Fairest Store, my mistake. I don't know what the World's Fairest Store was. Didn't bother to look that up. Who knows what the World's Fairest Store was? Was that Murphy's or Grant's? I don't know. Well, gloom, despair, and agony on me, to quote Hee Haw. How could I not know that the World's Fairest Store was not Gimbel Brothers Department Store? I am sitting currently about 5 blocks from one of their largest branches. Now, they weren't founded here in Philadelphia, but the picture that you're looking at is their huge department store on Market Street, which is no longer open here in Philadelphia. I think the company originated in the Midwest somewhere, and they had a big store in New York. But it was Gimbel Brothers, department store that was the World's Fairest Store. Here's another view of the downtown Philadelphia store. And Philadelphians remember that when the Christmas parade came to town Thanksgiving weekend, Santa Claus was always ushered into the Gimbel's department store, and they would raise him up in a fire truck, and he would go in, I don't know, the 2nd or 3rd floor, something like that, and take residence in the toy department. The last photograph that you're looking at is the Gimbel's department store in New York City, and I understand that that building is still there, but it is currently the Manhattan Mall. Is that correct, New Yorkers? So there you go, Gimbel Brothers Department Store, the World's Fairest Store. Here's some more little party forks. These are stainless steel with little plastic handles, made in Japan. Kind of cute. New in the box. And then all the way in the back is a Bromwell's flour sifter. I think the 40s, late 40s. I sold one of these a few months ago to a lovely lady in Australia. Oops. And this one is in just as good as condition as the one that I sold a few months ago. Quite amazing. A nice sort of cream background with red apples. Really look nice in a 1940s, 50s kitchen. Flour sifter. Works beautifully. And then from the 20s over there, that standard, very typical candy dish that you heard me say before, everybody made one of these. Cambridge, Fostoria, McKee, Lancaster, Duncan Miller, Heisey, on and on and on. This one is a very beautiful example. The gilding is just about perfect on the top. And this is not a decal around it. Let's see if we can see it. All hand-painted flowers. Can you see? Under this Greek key. Well, is that Greek key? I guess it's not. Really nicely done. The paintwork on this is fantastic. As you can imagine, usually the gilding has come off. This is chipped away. But this one has been put away for years. It dates to between, 1922 to about 1930. And these covered candy dishes were enormously popular. They were produced in the, probably tens of thousands. And this one could be yours. Now, I'll tell you, as I said in yesterday's video, I'm really going to try to get better at being a little more organized with when I film and what's for sale and what's not, and when it's available. I will tell you that everything that you see right here is currently in my eBay shop. Some of it is listed as auction and some of it is buy it now. I'll talk about that some other time. But it's all available right now if you see anything you're interested in. Now, some of the items are for auction and they might only have a couple days left. So again, if you see anything, go check it out. If they get bids, they won't be around for long. And some of these items do already have a few bids. I usually start my auctions out at fairly low prices without reserves, and I let the market kind of decide what it wants to pay. But that is a whole nother topic, and I don't want to do that right now. Coats Mercer crochet thread, right? So there's 4 boxes. I think there's 10 balls per box. So this is really kind of a rose color, I think. Maybe not rose. There's white and then sort of a minty green or a jadeite green. And these are all, I believe, unused or slightly used because someone began a project, which they did very well. Here are the actual crochet hooks right here. Made in England. I'd like you to be able to see that. Alright, never mind, fiddle. So my grandmother crocheted, yours did too, and my mother has a wonderful crocheted tablecloth, a huge tablecloth in a pattern similar to this that my grandmother made. Took her a year to make it, she said. I don't think she worked on it every day. But anyway, for those of you who crochet and know about this kind of stuff, here it is. I hope that someone will buy it and be able to make something out of it. From the 70s, now these are all dated on the back. I usually don't pick up items from the 70s, but I thought I would give these a try. I'm not sure how well they'll do. I think some are more collectible than others, and I'm no expert. So we have World's Best Dad, I Love You This Much, Get Well Soon, and To My Sweet and Special Grandma. If you'd like to see better pictures, close-up pictures, they are on the auction site, in my eBay store, and you'll be able to see the exact dates on the back of the little 70s statuettes. I did buy the Friendly Village Johnson Brothers plates. These currently have a bid, the old schoolhouse plates, and the 2 dinner plates, and the covered bridge plates I don't think have any bids yet. So there's 6 of the little dessert plates in the covered bridge, and then these are the old schoolhouse. So I'll let you see the Johnson Brothers mark on the back. It's still a popular pattern, and you can see why. Really pretty with very subtle colors, transfer wear, and I hope that these find a new home. Here's a set of bookends made by the Philadelphia Manufacturing Company, which I think is still in business somewhere in Florida. Now, my Floridian friends are going to have to tell me, but I believe it's still in business. The company started here in Philly, and they began making bookends in the 50s. This is one of their early releases, and if you'll notice, the bases are very Art Deco. And I believe the reason for the Art Deco bases, even in the 1950s, when I think these lyres were made, is the company, when it was founded, they actually bought older molds from another defunct company, which I don't know the name of. And that might explain why this is probably an older mold. Could have been designed in the late 30s or 40s, but not manufactured until the 50s. That's the reason why there's probably a little bit of a hint of Art Deco lingering. Now that doesn't have its felt on the bottom, but this one does. And even without the label, we know PMC is Philadelphia Manufacturing Company. There's a nice label right there. Okay. Very heavy with a nice original finish on those. So if you have a music lover in your home, that would be a nice gift. Now you're all old. If I'm old enough to know what this is, so are you. And how many of you raced home from school to play your 45s and you used a spindle just like this on your little Bakelite suitcase model record player? You know you did. Hazel Atlas crisscross butter dish, refrigerator dish, this time in pink. I don't have the lid. I have two spare lids, but they're both in the Ritz blue. So no pink lid for this, but if you've got the lid, I've got the base. And one lone Scotty bookend. He's made in Japan. We can see right there. I was just watching Jeffrey's video of that wonderful antique mall he went into in Ohio. And did you see that display case full of Scotty dogs? Scotty dogs have been a very popular collectible for folks. Even if you only have one bookend, it'll still sell. And this one does have an eBay bid of about $8, and I'd be thrilled to get $8 for it. I think I paid $1. He's in good shape with no chips on his ears, lusterware base, and again, he's made in Japan, probably made in the mid to late 30s. Okay, let me stand back up. And did I get it all? I think I got it all. Now, once again, it's all for sale in the eBay shop. The link is below. I've already explained the contest. Good luck. I cannot wait to see who wins. I've had so much fun putting this together. Tune back in either on Friday or Saturday. Now that would be August 2nd or 3rd? Yes. Friday or Saturday, August 2nd or 3rd. And I'll be doing the drawing for the mid-century modern, well, not really mid-century modern, but the mid-century 40s, 50s, 60s restaurant ware, cups and saucers. My appreciation and thanks to you, the viewers and subscribers. Okay, folks, it's Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.